All right, welcome. It's wonderful to have you on board again today and trying new things, trying new microphone settings. Still can't get this microphone up to speed, so that might be the next upgrade. But anyway, we still have some craziness in the sky, and we're going to talk about that now. Looking at the moon going into Mercury is a conjunction, and it's like gatherings, recounting old stories, issues from the past. But it's communication and thinking. That's what Mercury is. That's what's going to get invigorated. And it's in Scorpio, so it's very emotional gatherings, and creative, and sensitive, and passionate meetings. Okay, that's the one influence. Then the other influence is Sun square Neptune, feeling kind of lethargic, allergic to work, hard to get started, stuck. That's the maybe even deceptive and poor negotiations. So we don't want to be negotiating today. You have to ask yourself, in terms of Sun square Neptune, is there anything positive? And I'll show you one thing right now, and then one thing in the next slide. 5 is very warm, open. It's feeling lucky and fortunate, but it is easily distracted and lacks focus. The lack of focus is the reason why it's so hard to get started. I have already noticed that in trying to do this CIRF report, which is a little bit late. So let's talk about the DreamBot. And if Twice Blessed is watching, you have your name in here again. Maybe it's a sign that you need to be on the CIRF report. Hint, hint. All right, red arrows is all about Sun square Neptune, but it's not negative. Notice this. There's no anxiety here. It's all excitement. Recognize, approaching, excited, sustained view, beginning, what comes, guess, again, looks, entering. So it's what's coming next. It's not particularly dreamy and creative, but you have to be creative and dreamy. You have to be imagining the future. That's the only way you can do it. It's not like you know the future. Nobody knows the future, although probabilities differ. You don't really know it until it's there. So then we have the blue arrows. You know, dogs has been in the runs for a while. I haven't talked about it because it was kind of by itself, but now we have puppy, and that is interesting. Sirius is a star. It's the third brightest star in the sky behind Moon and Venus, and so it's very bright, very obvious. I can't find much on it. So if you guys know something about Sirius that's associated with some time right now, I think I read that Sirius is like pretty much at the 12 o'clock position, straight up above us in December time frame. So whatever that means, I was trying to get meaning from that. I think it's important, but we're also looking at dog is Chinese Year of the Dog. So that's interesting. So we're wondering if linguistic set number 1 has to do with China. Feel black there. It just so happens that Trump is signing a tariff. We're doing some negotiations with China right now, so maybe they're feeling like they're on the bottom end of the deal. Possibly that's what Trump apparently tweeted, that he wants to take more money from them or punish them from raking too much money from us or something like that. So kind of like a economic war, from what it sounds. Now we've got a whole different ball game here. It's the black arrows. That's association, university, room, meet, filled, and loud. These are groups. When I talked about Moon conjunct Mercury, I really mean groups now, according to the DreamBot. It's not just willy-nilly one little person here and there. It's a group of people, and it's loud and it's big. And so that's what's probably going to be emotional. Going back to, looking at this, right in here, Mercury in retrograde in Scorpio, so it's watery, it's lack of focus, it's emotional. Maybe these outbursts during the meetings, getting emotional. Watch other people today. Watch them getting emotional. All right, now let's do our transition and talk about how to surf this stuff next. Creativity is the solution, and let's talk a little bit more about that. We have the Sun square Neptune is kind of contentious. I can't really get started. I'm confused. I'm disappointed. I feel deceived. All these things are kind of excuses for not getting started and doing stuff today. I have already felt that influence. I know. And so there's a very positive side to Sun square Neptune, as strange as that sounds. And it has to do with the best of what Neptune can give you, which is psychic ability, imagination, fantasy, creative, very, very inventive. And it just so happens there's something else in the zodiac that's very, very much like that. And that's Scorpio. Now, that takes us back to sidereal. Look at this gaggle here. And they're all in what we look at in the sidereal Scorpio. Scorpio being emotionally sensitive, inventive, creative, very passionate. And these are all the things that you can expand upon today, but while also reducing the risks. And if you're focused on not doing a lot today, then it's going to reduce your impulsivity, which is the downside of Scorpio. Sometimes they tend to get very spontaneous and impulsive. But creative and expressive is in the world of mind. It's a divergent mind, and so we already know that the convergent mind, which is a lot of focus and a lot of attention on a specific thing, is not real good today. It's going to be haphazard. It's going to be all over the place, at least your mind. And so divergent mind is where you kind of let go of outcomes. You let go of trying to get the answer, and you just let the answer come to you. That's what divergent thinking is, and that's going to be the best mindset for today, which is just letting life happen, but you being a creative part of it. Not really carrying out a lot of stuff, definitely not negotiating seriously, not trying to come to some big accord and big resolution with people, especially if it has to do with finance, but definitely keeping your eye on how you can achieve, put down into this physical world some sort of creative venture, whether or not it's inventing something new, starting, maybe not starting something new for the business, but maybe looking and planning on some brand new marketing scheme or a new website, but planning that planning is okay. Just not doing it is going to be all that effective today. So expressive arts and creativity, go do it. And we'll see you tomorrow night in Fayetteville at the Hilton Gardens. I'm going to be talking about the opiate epidemic and what to do about it, especially from an individual standpoint, especially for those who are having problems coming off of opiates. There will be, I'm not a licensed doctor, so I can't say here that I can get you off of opiates, but I can say that there are studies out there that are showing some alternative methods. Then also, I've got a brand new deal for you. We'll start that maybe on Friday, okay? And I can't wait to roll that one out. All right, we'll see you again tomorrow. Enjoy your creative day.